we decided to open the restaurant in my city. So my hometown is Curitiba in South Brazil. And it's kind of like it's a big city, but it's not like famous city like Rio, São Paulo. So it's 5 hours from São Paulo, and the city name is Curitiba. Like my father worked at agriculture, so he's a farmer guy, and I always believe in small people can do sustainable food and organic food. So when I opened Manu 6 years ago, was like the same style as I opened today. It's today, we never change. So it's just tasting menu, 20 covers each night, and we get everything from the urban gardens around the city. So we create the urban gardens, I'm sorry, and we develop them to make food for them and food for us. It's not about just the restaurant, but it's about the community. So the restaurant is like all the products we use, we don't want they travel. So we use products just around us. Because it's not about like, okay, I have a fish from North Brazil, but they're gonna take a plane, they're gonna take a car, they're gonna take a truck. So it's not gonna be fresh. So we wanna develop the people, the community around us to get better food, better ingredients, better meat, and better fish. So I cook with the Mother Nature give to us every day. So the menu can change every day. And we have just one tasting menu and one vegetarian menu. And we open Tuesday through Saturday, just night, just dinner. We kind of like, we don't use, how can I say, like we make the vegetables, not normal vegetables. So we do like, we have this thing in Brazil they call tucupi. It's from the yuca. And it's a fermented yuca, and it's like it's not good for your health to eat this yuca. It's really bad. So they ferment and they do this juice. It's really typical from north. So we can get this there, you know, in south. So we thought maybe how can we do, you know, the tucupi, like our style tucupi. So we took these kind of other vegetables and we fermented. We did the juice. And we added like a dry shrimp and jambu, a lot of herbs and seaweed. I forget, it's not the same flavor, but you know what I mean? It's kind of like the same style as they do there, but we do like in South style. And the ingredients we use like normal ingredients, like for every day in the farm, but like we go grab our own mushrooms. We don't buy mushrooms in, you know, from the people just grow, you know, we buy from the florists, so we go get the mushrooms. We do our own cheese, we do our own milk. We don't use milk in a box. We believe like if the cow do the milk and you get the milk, is like 3 days is not good enough, you know. So how can you buy the milk in a can or in a box and stay there for 3 or 4 weeks? So we decided to do our own, and we do our own vinegar, our own flour. So it's kind of like a family style of the restaurant. That's why we work like, we open 7 in the morning and we start dinner at 8 o'clock. So we have like this plain day to do all the stuff we do. And the different ingredients we have is like, we do like vegetarian oyster. We do like it's not an oyster, but it looks like oyster. So we do this water with seaweed salt. It's kind of like the ocean water. And then we put this fruit on inside, and we leave for like 4 days. And when people taste it, said, no, it's oyster. No, it's not oyster. We use, I don't know if you guys have here, but the name in Portuguese is like caqui. It's a fruit. It's really feel like oyster. It's not the taste is not the same, but like it's, you know, it's kind of soft. So we put in this, and then people try and say, oh, it's unbelievable, it's oyster. So we like want to do that, you know, with normal things from the farmers and normal ingredients. So I started here in US because I needed to. So my mom sent me to do this internship, like a work experience. And I was 17. And I always like cook at home, but you know, like doing cake and stuff like that. And when I arrived in US, I'm supposed to work in a ski resort near Seattle. And then when I arrived, there's like no snow. So I said, so I'm not gonna be here, you know, spending money every day. So I went to this hotel and I asked for a job. So I started front service for maybe 4 months. And then they invited me to the kitchen because all the time I wanted more tips, you know. So all the time said, put this here, put this there, put, you know, like for the cooks. And one of the chefs said, Manu, do you want to come in the kitchen? So I started there. I was 17 years old. And then when I come back to Brazil, I said, I want to do cooking in school. And in Brazil was kind of like, wow, no, you know, it's not a career and it's, no, not at all. So my grandma told me, my grandma always spent her summer in Italy. She's from there. And said, maybe you should work before, you know. And then, you know, you feel like if it's this, you know. And then I went to Italy, work in some restaurants, and then I did some stage in Europe. And I said, yeah, this I want. So I never studied. I never did graduation. I graduated in journalism. Doing like cooking and journalism at the same time because my mom and my father doesn't believe like cook is gonna be like, you know, my career and whatever. So I always staging some around the world in restaurants and until I open my own. You're gonna be someone if you develop your community. It's like you open a restaurant and you don't care about the city. I think this is not what we are looking for. We are looking for some people who can change. Like we have this profession, like we are cooks, so we can change the world. We can change people who doesn't have food. We can create, we don't need too much garbage, you know. We have to know, it's not about like, okay, I'm cooking, I'm having great food, I have 3 stars Michelin, and I don't care about the garbage, I don't care about the water, I don't care what happened around you. So I think this is the most important thing, and so all the most important chefs are doing now. They are creating institutes, they are creating like a program to the community because we can change. So, and then focus on what are you gonna do, you know. I wanna cook casual, I wanna do like outdoor, I wanna do contemporary food, I wanna do my own food. This is kind of like people are doing like this mess, you know, like I'm cooking Indian with Brazilian with like in the same restaurant. It's kind of like I can see you. I always go in a restaurant and all the dishes for me, it's so important, like you know it's the same guy are cooking, you know what I mean? Like if you do a tasting menu, it's not changing all the time. The tasting is like this, it's not like okay, this is good, this is bad, this is good, this is bad. It's like you have to believe in you. So find yourself, find your soul, and then you can, you know, develop your own food and your cuisine. We have this, we started this couple of years ago, the Manu Ideas. So we invited a lot of famous people from different careers, like a yoga teacher for mentalization. We invited some journalists from economics, journalists from food. So we had the whole day. This is inspired for the people. It's not about food, you know. So we invite people from our garden. We invite people from the government. So to tell about their career, and sometimes we ask a lot of questions. Sometimes, but where are you from? Where you study? I studied culinary. Now I'm journalist. You know. So it's kind of like we know what are we doing, and we invited some producers as well. And we do like this to close, you know. Like okay, we buy from them. They choose the best products for us, and we are here to create the food, and they are in the same philosophy as we are. So, and we created this philosophy at Manu, like when we opened. And people who works there has the same philosophy, you know, the same, like we take care like everything. So it's not just me go in the garden. Some waiters go in the garden, the maitre go in the garden, the sommelier go in the garden. Each one can go in the garden, pick up our stuffs, and pick up for their home too. So we developed like these little things who make difference. And it's not about, oh, okay, I have health insurance and I have this salary. No, we always think like you have to be happy in the restaurant. So we open the kitchen on Saturday for each one can cook. Sometimes you have the waiters, you know, waiters, I do the best pizza at home. Okay. So you arrive like 4 hours before and we pay these extra hours and you can cook for, you know, for the staff. And so we start doing these kind of little things, and all the work we do in the community, everybody has to go. Like, so I always invited them, but they said, okay, Manu is not invited. She said, you have to go, you know. But it's really good for you and the family, so they can bring out the whole family, and we can teach the you know, the gardens and the people. It's like the gardens we work. It's today is maybe 3,000 or 5,000 people. The whole things. So it's really nice when you see the kids touching the, you know, the garden and planting something. So we create this philosophy, and these people work for us. Maybe the youngest one's like 3 years, 2 years, and like my sous chef, she opened the restaurant with me. So Daisy, who works in events, it's 5 years. So everybody's like long years stay in the restaurant. I think it's because they like it, and they like the way we grow up together. It's like ant work, you know, the ant, the little animals. So it's like they work together like the bees. So we do this like as a team. I always think like it's good you work 5 days and have 2 days off, because the first day off it's for your body, and the second day off it's for your mind. So I always believe that. For me, it was really nice if we have 3, but it's not working. So 2, I think it's really good, because in the kitchen, depends the kind of kitchen you work, but I think always you work with your mind. It's not your body. Like your body, you can do like gym, you can do stuff like that, and you can handle, you know, 6 or 7 days in a week, but your mind can handle that. Because you have to be really organized, you have to put your projects, and I think your mind needs some rest, some meditation, some focus in your life. So I think this kind of 2 day off, it's good for you think about recipes, about creation, about this. Yeah, so.